The members participating will be given the bell with 1 minute remaining. I call the Honourable Member Phil Twyford.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I'm very happy to take a short call in this debate on the Geneva Convention's third protocol, Red Crystal Emblem Amendment Bill. We support this bill, Mr Speaker. It's important that both the Red Cross and Red Crescent organisations can operate effectively and with the protection of humanitarian neutrality in conflict zones. I wanted just to talk very briefly about this issue of humanitarian neutrality, because that is the backdrop for this debate and the move to add a third protocol to the Geneva Conventions and allow the use of this third symbol, the red crystal emblem. The risk to humanitarian neutrality is something that's become really a part of an urgent debate over the last 20 years or so, and I think it really links to the proliferation of civil conflicts that we've seen around the world after the end of the Cold War in places like Somalia, Kosovo, the Congo, Sudan, Azerbaijan, and most recently Syria, just to name a few. And as we've seen more and more conflicts that are intrastate, often between non-state parties, and alongside that, the increasing militarisation of aid as both state military forces and also non-state military forces have tried to use aid as a tool and as a kind of bargaining chip of war. And the effect of that, sir, has been really to corrode the perception of the neutrality of humanitarian workers. And that really goes to the heart of one of the key principles of the Geneva Conventions and much of the development of international law, international humanitarian law, over 5 or 6 decades. So it's essential that the New Zealand government and the international community protect and support the work of the Red Cross and Red Crescent organisations. And what this bill seeks to do, sir, is it will allow New Zealand to ratify the third protocol, which establishes this third protective emblem that will be worn on the backs and on the uniforms of medical personnel and aid workers, humanitarian workers in conflict zones all around the world. I think, sir, that one of the interesting things is that the reason that this third emblem is needed is that there are a couple of countries in particular who find both the Red Cross and the Red Crescent difficult. And Israel is one of those countries, as other speakers have noted, and the particular religious and political makeup in Israel and Palestine means that both the Red Cross and the Red Crescent are problematic. And so Eritrea is the other example, the other country, and in the Horn of Africa, in one of the most volatile parts of Africa, and in a country that is Eritrea, that had come out of a long period of civil war against the Ethiopian state, and in a country that is basically split between Orthodox Christian and Muslim populations, and a government that is intensely conscious of how vulnerable it is to political instability and religious and ethnic conflict. The Eritrean government is unwilling to allow either the Red Cross or the Red Crescent to be used in that country. So this symbol is a way around, is a way around that problem. And there may well be other examples of countries that would benefit or would prefer to use this third protective emblem, the red crystal. Just to note in passing, sir, that this bill has taken a long time to get to this third reading stage. It has been treated as something of an orphan by this National-led government, and it's been nearly 4 years that it's been languishing, as a number of colleagues have already noted. It has been languishing on the order paper. And that's a shame, sir. It's a shame, and it reflects, I think, a low priority that the government has given this bill. And it's unfortunate, I think, sir, that in the area of foreign affairs, that it's one of the portfolios that I think New Zealanders feel most disappointed and let down by the lack of leadership by this government. And although the languishing of this bill for so long is only really a very small example, overall the leadership in the area of foreign affairs has been extremely disappointing. You know, the most notable thing that this Foreign Affairs Minister has achieved is the kind of botched handling of the restructuring of his department and of his ministry. And in the area of sort of humanitarian policy and disarmament policy, we've gone backwards, to be honest. We saw the disestablishment of the post of disarmament minister, the abdication of any kind of leadership by New Zealand in the whole area of disarmament, which is an area, sir, where this country has a proud tradition of activism and leadership in the international community, and it's sad that this government has moved back from that position. and one of the most graphic illustrations of that lack of commitment and lack of leadership was the attitude shown by National Party MPs when we debated my private member's bill a few months back on the depleted uranium prohibition bill. That was treated with scorn and contempt and voted down by members on the national benches, in spite of the fact that only a few days ago at the United Nations, a huge majority of countries voted in the General Assembly to support a resolution affirming the need for a precautionary approach in relation to uranium weapons, sir. So I just wanted to say, sir, that this is a bill that Labor supports. We're glad to see it finally put to bed, and its passage will now allow the government to ratify the third protocol to the Geneva Conventions, and New Zealand will join a long list of countries that have officially incorporated this protocol, and it will allow the Red Crystal to take its place alongside the Red Cross and the Red Crescent.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it.
Geneva Conventions, Third Protocol, Red Crystal Emblem Amendment Bill, second reading.
The bill is set down for third reading forthwith.
Speaker.
Honourable Anne Tolley.